in which 2 fair dice were thrown 100 times. The sum of the pips showing on the dice was then recorded. Did I lose you? Thank you for your patience. I was just talking about my unbelievable. Okay. I'm glad I told you. But I'm assuming you can hear me.
Yes.
Thank you. The sum of the pips showing on the dice was then recorded. Fine. Also, I want to warn you, a lot of these problems will take a long time. Look at this one, has parts A through F. Others are even longer. So you may feel like taking a break in the middle, but I hope you don't and you just complete the whole thing. But I just wanted to warn you, some of them are long. The frequency histogram to the right gives the results. Use the histogram to complete parts A through F. What was the most frequent outcome of the experiment? So remember this height, the heights of each bar are telling us the frequency. What was the say it again?
Your screen's not sharing with us.
Oh, I'm not sharing. Yes, of course I'm not sharing because of sorry about that. Thank you. Sorry about that. Okay. So the question was here, what was the most frequent outcome? We know the frequencies. We don't know what are they exactly, but I know that this is a small frequency because it's probably 1, maybe 2 at the most. I know that this is close to 5, not 5. I know that this is somewhere 6 or 7. I know that this is 10, and I know that this is the highest. So if this is 6, then this is 7. So the occurrence of 7, or the frequency 7 appeared, is the highest. Probably 21. What was the most frequent outcome? The most frequent outcome was 7. Because we are talking about, I'm assuming about the sum. We're thrown the sum right here. Okay? So then I have to write, where's my keyboard? Right here, 7. And check the answer. What was the least frequent? Obviously, I'm looking for the bar with the shortest, with a, yeah, that is the shortest, or the height is the smallest. And obviously, this is higher than this. So number 2. What was the least frequent? So I'm assuming the 1, 1. So that is 2. Because there is no other way I can get a 2 except the 1 on 1. How many times did we observe a 7? Now I will have to enlarge just to make sure that I can read it better as much as I can. So this is the 7, and this will give us the frequency. Right here I have to read this height. Difficult. It's not easy, right? So I'm looking at potentially 21, because this will be 25. So I will estimate this as being 21. Not easy to read. So I'm going to say 21. Let's see if they accept it. Hopefully they do. How many more 9s were observed than 12s? So 12, I'm going to say 2. 9, I'm going to say 9. Difficult to read, but I'm going to estimate it as being 9. So if this is 2 and this is 9, then 9 minus 2 is 7. How many more 9s were observed than 12s? One more time. This is the 9. It happens to be 9. And this is the 12. I estimated it at 2. I hope they accept it. 9 minus 2 is 7. Determine the percentage of time a 7 was observed. Okay. So This is the 7. We talked about it. We estimated this at 21. So are they telling us 100 times? Okay, careful. Here's the key. So this height plus 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 all of them. What is the total then? A must. It has to be 100. So now it says determine the percentage of time a 7 was observed. So I have 21. We established that because they accepted the 21. So it's 21 out of the total number of times we conducted the experiment. So
21% then?
21%. Excellent. Describe the shape of the distribution. Very nice. Very nice shape, a bell shape. Not perfect, but very nice bell-shaped distribution. Definitely not skewed to the right, definitely not skewed to the left, and definitely not uniform. What will uniform look like? Like this, a rectangle. That will be uniform. All of them appear at the same time, the same number of times. Okay, wow, good pick.
Can we do question 7?
Lucky 7, let's do it. Excellent. The following data represent the number of people in a particular state aged 14 to 40, 17 to 44 with a high school education. Okay. What is the number of classes? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 classes. They were grouped in 4 classes. Okay. Who would like to help with the class limits?
With the lower class,
What are the class limits for the first class?
17?
Yes.
23?
Yes. Excellent. 17 to 23. Anyone else after that? Thank you. What is the class width? Anyone else would like to give it a try for the class width? So the class width is between 17 and the next level. It's always the same, and 24 and the next lower class, lower limit, lower class limit. Between this class limit and the next class limit,
Would it be 7 then?
it will be from 17 to 24. It will be 7 indeed. Thank you very much. Was it Emily?
Yes, it was.
Good. Okay. Anything?
Do question 9?
9. The following frequency histogram represents, so when it says frequency, then you see them up here. They didn't want to put them before on the previous histogram, right? But they are presented here. So the first class 1, the second class 2, etc., etc. Okay, represents the IQ scores of a random sample of 7th grade students. IQs are measured to the nearest whole number. The frequency of each class is labeled above each rectangle. Yes, we see that. Thank you. Use the histogram to answer part A through G. We're going to have to take a bathroom break in the middle. I'm kidding, of course. How many students were sampled? How do we determine that? Anyone?
You go back up to the description of the graphs at the median.
Up here?
Yes, maybe.
They're not telling us. How do we determine how many?
We should calculate the
Of course, let's add them up. So let's add them. 1 plus 2 plus 14. Tell me what you get.
200.
31, and you said 14. And you got 200?
Yeah.
Well done. Determine the class width. Anyone else?
Wouldn't it be 10?
Of course, thank you very much. Well done. Identify the classes and their frequencies. Choose the correct answer below.
Is it A?
Wouldn't it be B?
Yes, it is B because 60 to 69. 1, 70 to 79. 2, and so on and so forth. Yes, I agree. Well done. You can enlarge the screen if you need to see better. Which class has the highest frequency? That's very nice and clear. It's already given to us.
B.
B again.
B, 100 to 109. Excellent. Well done. Which class has the lowest frequency?
B.
Yes.
B again.
Yes, B again, 60 to 69. What percent of students had an IQ of at least 120? I'm going to stop sharing. I need to explain this. Very important. Remember this at least. We're going to come back to it a lot. So here's the histogram. And here's 170. So at least 170 means the sum of all that start here till the end. Also, at most 170, it's not the case here, it will be this, the sum of these. So at least from here to the end, all of them, I have to add them up. At most, I have from the lowest till 170. Okay, so please remember these two. We're going to use them a lot. Back to sharing. So what percent of students had an IQ of at least 120? So
22.5.
So we have 31, 8, right? 31 plus 10 is 41, is 45. But they're asking us about the percent. So 45 out of 200 had an IQ greater than 120. But they want us to find the percent. How do I find the percent?
Divided by 200.
That's it.
Multiply that by 100.
That's it. So how much is 45 divided by 200? 20. So this is 0.225. Yes, 22.5%. Awesome. Very good. Back to sharing. Where is it? Okay. So 22.5. Type an integer or a decimal. Do not round. Okay, fine. 22.5. Did any students have an IQ of 162?
C, no.
Of course, thank you very much. No, because there are no bars or frequencies greater than an IQ of 160. That was it? What did I do? I did something? What did I click on?
That's it.
That was it?
Yeah, I think it went to the next question.
Okay.
You finished it.
Excellent. So everything was done. Did I miss anything? It was problem 9. No, we didn't miss
Nope,
anything.
got everything.
Okay, good. I don't want to miss anything.